Welcome to another episode of No Stupid Questions. Let me hide my racial slur database here that Alex linked me.
Oh yeah, it'd be hilarious. Look at me, I'm having so funny.
We answer the dumb, insignificant, stupid questions that no one else has the guts to answer. Questions like... Oh, fuck, I closed my notes. Alex, you do the first one while I pull it back up.
Okay.
I was too busy looking at racial slurs.
Okay. So, I got an actual pretty cool one from a while ago from Chrome Cancerigino.
Carcinogen, probably.
Carcinogeno.
It's a homestuck name, I understand.
Oh, okay. What's
So instead, I'm going to answer this other question now.
No, I got this. All right. So Chrome here asks, is it possible to create a zero gravity machine like in DBZ? So this is actually really cool because realistically speaking, no. But you can simulate zero gravity in a fun little way. So they actually do this for astronaut training, is they'll go into a fucking plane, get really fucking high up there, and then start kind of like, not nosediving, but going basically nosediving for a couple, I think it's like 20 seconds. And the falling sensation from being that high up and them going down like that in the plane creates a zero gravity environment, and they use that for asset training so they know how to handle and move around in a zero G environment if they were to ever go live up on the space station.
Okay, and that's kind of like well, it's probably the same thing as like, you know, those really, really tall ass rides at carnivals where you just go up and then you drop down.
Yeah.
It's that same kind of sensation, I imagine.
Yeah, so
I know astronauts also do a lot of hydro training where they're in water.
Dude, like, being an astronaut sounds like the shittiest thing, because have you ever like heard what's like life up there in the space station? It sounds like the most pain in the ass ever. Because like your body, like, because they're just floating around, right? They like push themselves off of, like ledges and shit. It sounds fun, but like your body isn't adapted to that kind of environment. You have to like work out like 3 times as hard to make sure your muscles don't fucking like atrophy away. Because even when you're just like, say, holding your arm out, you're using your muscle because you're like defying gravity. But if you're just moving your arm around, like just flailing around like an idiot in space, you literally are not even like exercising because there's no fucking force. There's no gravity.
Speaking of Dragonball Z, what if they just put on like weights? Oh no, wait, that wouldn't mean anything. Yeah, because
that's just weight training. Yeah, so they have to have these weird like ellipticals and shit to like fully like move their body to make sure they don't fucking like just wither into weird skeletons out in space.
Is it like that? You ever seen the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie?
No, I have not actually.
The Carl gets like an exercise machine that like is constantly exercising him, and it like powers this giant evil robot. But I imagine it's like that, where it just instantly becomes painful.
Yeah. So also, if you're gonna ask, is it possible to create a machine? Another thing where you can just add on more and more gravity. That I don't even know if that's in the realm of physics. I don't even know if that's even remotely possible. How would you even add on the other gravity without, I don't know, creating a black hole and destroying everything? When I looked that up, nothing I could think of was like, it was all like theoretical physics bullshit, right? Like there's no like grounded in reality of just like, hey guys, how do we just like realistically like in a box just
give me a
scoop
of gravity? Hey Paul, can you hand me a scoop of gravity? Thanks.
Yeah. Like, how to intensify your own gravity, I don't think is realistically possible. Now,
well,
maybe
I mean, it's like the Gravitron, to tie this into another carnival ride, where it spins around and then you're stuck to the wall. It's where that picture of the redneck just standing, like, at a perpendicular angle to the wall.
Oh, you mean
that's
me?
Where that's from? Yeah.
But, like, okay, but
that's
the Gravitron...
that's how you fucking do it. Like, on these space stations, they'll simulate gravity by having a thing spin, so that the force from it spinning is close enough to gravity. So I imagine you just kind of speed that up a little bit more, right?
Well, okay, so
are you telling me, Alex, that you are not a astrophysicist right now?
Okay. What I mean, wait, hold on. Like, turn it back. Let's go back to the Gravitron for a second, all right? We're getting into some physics. Thank you, Chrome, for this question. So, let's say you're Vegeta, right? And you're so fucking mad that Kakarot is fucking stronger than you. So
and then I'm fucking short.
But and your widow's peaking. But Bulma's goddamn gravity machine broke. but the carnival's in town. So he fucking go. So Vegeta flies on over, kicks everyone out of the fucking Gravitron, cranks it up, like just like turns the machine like super fast, and he's like standing there like on the side of the machine like doing squats. As it's like
he's
spinning.
doing that. You know what Goku's doing? He's in the teacup ride, but he's spinning the thing so fast that he's doing the exact same thing, but it's 10 times as strong.
Yo, can someone
And then
draw
Vegeta
that?
goes on there and spins it too fast and gets shot out into space like Team Rocket.
But yeah, so technically you can simulate zero gravity, but realistically speaking, you're not going to get a zero gravity machine like Bulma has. But hey, if you want to go train in a carnival ride and give yourself motion sickness, then by all means knock yourself out.
So speaking of sickness, I got a question here from Kermit Clog. What happens when you take a sleeping pill and a 5-hour energy at the same time?
Don't you just die?
So it's like one of two things is going to happen. One, you instantly explode, or two, you subtly gain superpowers. Now, Alex, have you ever heard of Radical Larry?
I was gonna think of, you remember that Futurama bit where he drinks all the coffee?
Yeah.
I imagine you just like enlighten and move at hyper fucking speed.
See, but what other superpowers can manifest? Obviously hyperspeed. Obviously being able to vibrate your particles so you can just walk through walls like the Flash. But what else? Because remember, not only are you getting the enhancements of a 5-hour energy, but you're also slowing things down. So time manipulation, obviously. You get to extend those 5-hour energies into 5 billion years of energy.
No, it'll be like that bit from Xavier where he goes back in time, where he eats enough bacon and smokes enough cigarettes. You just eat enough NyQuil and snort.
So here's what you do.
Dayquil.
Here's what you do. So you take a 5-hour energy and you take some melatonin, and then you realize you're gonna die in 10 seconds because you misbalance it. So you have to take some more 5-hour energy, take some more melatonin until you find an equilibrium when you're 48 years in the future.
Yeah, you just sit there just like drinking from the 2 fucking bottles as time is like a clock just spinning super super fucking fast. You hit like a Zen meditation pose. You open your eyes and boom, you're in the year 3000.
So yeah, that's what happens if you take those two at the same time. 100% guaranteed. Listen, I'm a scientist. You think I would lie on a fucking podcast? You're wrong.
Excuse me. All right, so I got this question from an anonymous user, actually. Now, I didn't have a chance to say this one last week, because we're supposed to only have like 5 or so per episode, but I had like 20. Because I was having too much fun.
Haha, loser.
So, this is going to sound a little nasty, but I'm curious. Would you really fuck a bimbo version of yourself? Now, to answer that question, probably not, because I hate myself. And see, if we still had
just
the rights,
like that
if we still
old
could use that
intro
song,
we did not have the rights to use.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect time to just cut that in right there. What about you, Ted? Would you fuck Bimbo Tad? You know, big ass, big titties, big lips. He's got like painted nails.
He's got the entire.
Earrings.
They've got knowledge of the entirety of Homestuck. I think that alone disqualifies
No,
them. I would
no,
never
hold up.
willingly. What?
Hold on. Bimbo Tad would be a Homestuck cosplayer.
Oh, that's even worse, Alex.
Yo,
I don't
alright.
want to be around Homestuck anymore. I've had enough. You know what? I am leaving this house. No more Homestuck.
All right, now let's talk about more Homestuck. So, Tad, theoretically speaking, Zap, you're now Bimbo Tad. What girl Homestuck character would you cosplay as? What would
Alex,
Bimbo
this is a
Tad
horrible
do?
question.
Tad, there are no stupid questions.
Bros, he's got me. Okay, I would. Okay, here. I got a really good answer for this one. I don't remember their name, but they have a broom, and they're in the epilogues of Homestuck. There's like a troll character that uses the broom, and that's all they do. And because they're in the epilogues, they are technically not canon, but also canon, so I get to avoid your question and, like, fucking yeet right out of the way of it.
So, the actual answer, he's going to be the Empress, whatever the fuck her name is, and go to fucking Nerd Love.
Oh my god. When you linked, was it you who linked that video or someone else? It was like an MTV or sci-fi show where it's like a dating show for nerds.
Oh.
And there was this lady that was cosplaying as the Condense or
That's
Condes. Her name's really dumb. And she would refer to herself as C Hitler, and then people would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave because she fucking referred to herself as Hitler.
See, if I was there, I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty based.
Honestly, like, that video made me feel as bad as I did the first time I went. I went to the local mall and I walked past a Hot Topic, and in front they had a Homestuck shirt, and I felt like I got punched in the stomach and I had to like sit down. This was 2012.
Nice. Do they still sell Homestuck shit there?
They do now, but I've become numb to it. It still hurts just a little bit. It's like a constant, like, lead ball in the pit of my stomach. It's always there, and I can never truly forget about it.
Or it's like a 7-inch long cyst in your ovaries.
Yeah. Oh,
no one's
by
gonna
the way,
get
she
that
named
reference.
it Tilly. My coworker had a 7-inch cyst inside of her body. She took it out and put it on Facebook. I don't know why she fucking did that. Awful. All right, so I have a question that's a palate cleanser, one that's going to clean our tastes here. This one's from Charlie Eaton. What do urinal cakes taste like besides piss? Now, I can tell you from experience that they taste like chemicals.
Okay. All right. So, theoretically speaking, wouldn't they just taste like soap?
See, there's only one instance I know of. One confirmed instance I know of someone eating a urinal cake. Do you know the movie American Psycho?
Yes.
It's based on a book. And in the book, there's a scene where he's like in the bathroom doing his monologue or whatever, like his internal monologue. And he's thinking about how shitty that his girlfriend is. So she's like a vapid idiot, which is, exactly what he is, but, he's projecting it. And he takes a used urinal cake, dips it in chocolate, and like sits there and makes her eat it, saying it's like a fancy dinner dish. And the guy describes what a urinal cake tastes like, which is chemical. I can tell you what they taste like from experience, because when I worked at the gas station, I dropped one and I think it fucking broke off and a chip went in my mouth because I dropped it and I went, what's that taste? So I think I've eaten a urinal cake.
Oh,
it
man.
actually tastes a lot like fondant. That's one for us cake homies.
Watch it out, buddy. There's pictures of piping hot piss everywhere. That's what I was thinking of when you were fucking making that noise.
This is my dad's piss.
Read my piss-stained lips. This is urine. I'm so sad those videos are gone. They were so funny. I got to watch them like twice before he made them private. What the fuck?
It was these were like sub 2,000 videos on YouTube. I'm so sad they're gone. I sent the guy an email asking him to please give them back. I know this is going to make fucking no sense to anyone listening, but there are all these short videos, like a guy, what was the fly one where he's like, I'm just a guy who likes flies.
Yeah, Toad Man. It just, whoa, what the heck? Yeah, that's me. I'm Toad Man. Half toad, half man. I got a stretchy tongue, I can eat flies. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just an asshole who likes eating flies. Hey, since me and you got such a good chemistry, why don't you just, hang out? Yeah, sure, sounds fine. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. You need help, and I can't provide that for you. I gotta go. Bye. He runs. He looks back. Toadman just like and starts running like really fast after him. I love those videos. You sent them to me. I watched them. I thought they were the funniest shit. And then that same night, they were all gone. I was trying to send those to my friends because it was like midnight. And then no one was able to watch them because they're being made private. Fucking piss-stained lips was so fucking funny. Is that really piss? But that's my dad's happy juice. Read my piss-stained lips. This is urine. That's so funny. But now I can't ever make it again. Why? Why did you make me see that only that one time? Why was I cursed?
I have a second question from Charlie Eaton too, and that I actually didn't realize I got it from the same person. Hot dog. And this one's actually a little bit more serious. Why is it pronounced Arkansas? Or Arkansas. Jesus,
nice!
I'm a moron.
Dab-based. Awesome. Cool. Cringe. Yikes. I'm sorry. I just kind of lost my mind by your stupidity. I lost my own for a minute there. I was taken back.
Because I said that because I'm so used to it. Whenever I see scissors, I always, when I'm at work, I'm like, hey, can you hand me some skizzers? I'll do it just to make people, like when I pronounce GIFs as GIF or Webum as Weebum, just to make everyone's life a little bit more difficult.
Stop being wrong! Anyway, sorry for my lapse of sanity right there, but as you can see, this is the person that I have to hang out with. He says GIF. Alright, hold on. Pause your question. I will answer it, because I do know the answer. Alright, now pause, alright? Alright, pin that. Now, Tad, how do you fucking say... How to spell Jif peanut butter to me?
Am I under oath right now, Alex?
Yes. Now spell Jif peanut butter.
GIFF.
Look at it, everybody.
PEANUT space BUTTER.
Listen to him be wrong. It's GIF, you fucking idiot. You and the rest of those fucking Giffers think they're so fucking funny. Like, ooh, you say giraffe, so obviously you say GIF. How do you say
okay, Alex,
Greg,
here.
cunt?
Consider this. How do you spell Jiren?
There's a G in it!
Yeah, it's J-I... Oh, fuck, you're right. Listen, okay. Jiren is the strongest.
Fuck
anyway,
you,
so
it's pronounced goddamn
is...
GIF. So Arkansas, if the reason it's pronounced fucking Arkansas, I would like to assume is due to the French. It's the same reason why there's Louisiana down there. Am I correct with that?
Are you talking about Louisiana?
Fucking, like, because America's fucking, was owned by, like, it was basically free real estate. There was already people living there, so basically it was free real estate. So, like, every goddamn country in Europe, once Columbus found it, smelled blood in the fucking water, and because this is when colonialism was like taken off, and they just like bum rushed that place and started like just making towns everywhere. And there was this big issue that happened where, so you know when America first like succeeded and said like that made the Declaration of Independence, right? That the government for America was actually really fucking stupid.
Yeah,
so
that's when
here's
we had Applejack, where people would just have barrels out in the street. You could just get in there and get free beer because your life was so fucking terrible.
Like, the old government had literally no power because they're like, hey guys, fuck the king, fuck taxes, we ain't about that shit, yeah, let's be free. And so the government's like, alright guys, how do we pay for our military again? We should probably make taxes. They're like, oh no, we're screwed. So they had no money, and they had no power. So everyone just did whatever they wanted. And so once people started going westward, everyone started making their own crazy-ass sovereign states. And this is when, like, say, the French showed up, and they're like, hey, guys, you know how the rest of your little government, in air quotes, is stupid and incompetent? We could help you out. Like, you're living out here with all these crazy-ass bandits and fucking Native Americans trying to bum rush your ass for, you know... rightfully so, bum rushing your ass,
stealing from them.
Yeah, like rightfully, you know, causing you trouble. We can offer you protection, shit. We can make our own little colonies and towns here for you. And they're like, they look over to America, who just have like a bunch of like dirty ass idiots who are printing their own fake money that has no value. I love old America. Did you know they were doing that, Ted?
What were they called? Were they just called, like, my name's Jeffrey, so these are Jeffrey bucks. They're good for one Jeffy coin. And then you know what you used to buy with those? You buy Jif peanut butter.
No, so during the fucking Civil War, not the Civil War, the original fucking, like, when the British were here and causing mayhem.
Revolutionary War.
Revolution, thank you. And George Washington was leading the army. They're like, hey, George, here's some Monopoly play money. Here's to pay the army. And they're like, and George is like, okay, how much is this worth? I don't know, like, this is worth one money. Here's one money. And
is this why they used to pay, like, in Rome, they would pay soldiers in salt instead of coins because the Roman Empire was so big? Maybe I'm getting mixed up. I don't think they paid in salt.
They did. No, they paid in salt, and they did still pay coins, but they gave you, like... Okay, so, like, the Roman Empire lasted 800 years, so every, like, section has, like, a slightly different thing of how the military worked. But there was a time, what you're thinking of, where they did pay in salt, because salt was Because gold was only worth like, because they had like coins, but they only had like so much use, right? For the
Things
most
are
part,
only
you still
worth money
bartered.
because things are only worth things because others want them. Gold and silver and all of that are worth money because it's very, very hard to make. It looks shiny, and therefore it just kind of became de facto currency. Like how in Team Fortress 2, earbuds became valued as money. Not because they looked kind of cool, so a lot of people wanted them because they glowed in the dark and shit. And then, like, even though later people realized that they're incredibly common, no one really gave a shit because they just associated them with money. And then eventually, earbuds fucking crashed to nothing because people lost confidence.
But what I was gonna say is, the big issue that happened back then was, the U.S. government was like, okay, here's your $1. It's worth $1. Here, print. Here's another $1. And it's still worth $1. We swear. So it had literally no value because it just made billions of it. And so the British pound still had value. And this was a huge issue because you go to all these towns and they're like, hey guys, can we like leave our army here? Here's some Monopoly play money. They would say, no, fuck off. But the British would be like, hey guys, chink, 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 with like a bag of coins. Here's some money. Can we stay here? And they're like, sure, British soldiers, you can stay here all you want.
Literally, the Americans walk up and they drop a sack of coins on the table and say, how about this? Wow, that sure is a lot of money. Yesterday.
Literally, the Americans had the American government in the infantile stages was a fucking shit show. Anyway, so I'm assuming Arkansas is fucking. Oh no, they got me, Bruce. I'm assuming it's called that due to the fucking French or whatever, because the French were like all over the like southwest, like and like kind of like a crescent
southeast.
shape. Yeah, no west because you're going west.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's because it's the French plural of a Native American tribe, and because it's French, the S is silent at the end. That's why it's St. Louis in France,
or Illinois,
and then St. Louis in our fucking mutt speak that is English. So there you go.
So, oh yeah, that was your question. I forgot. I was answering it the whole fucking time. Whoops. Okay.
Got you good, bitch.
You can see I really like learning about history. It's very fun for me.
Alright, well, if you like learning so much, you bitch, here's a question. This is from Paulino Mancera. Why did Walmart stop giving out those smiley face stickers? Also, why did Walmart stop selling pets? I'm gonna answer the pets one first. It's because selling pets is fucking horrible, because they know that 90% of those are just gonna get eaten by a cat or, like, lost in the couch. I had a hamster that got into our couch, and we just fucking said, fuck it, like we couldn't get it out, so we put like a little thing at like both sides to try and lure him out, and he just never came out, or he got out and we never found him. So that's what happens to your fucking pets that you get from Walmart, so they don't sell them anymore.
Okay, so the reason we don't get out Smiley stickers, we don't feel like it. The reason we don't sell pets anymore, they're a massive fucking hassle. You'd only ever see that in the big Walmarts anyway, so little Walmarts like us never even did it in the first place.
Because think about it too, if you're selling Doritos chips, you can just fucking yeet a bag of Doritos. You can't yeet a parakeet. That's animal cruelty. Walmart probably doesn't want to add animal cruelty onto their other list of terrible things that they do.
Also, they smelled like shit.
That's true.
Animals smell bad.
But now here's the thing. So I also remembered when Walmart gave out those like corporate smiley face stickers. Usually they'd put it like on a thing of soda so they knew that you paid for it and all that. Like Kroger did it too for a while. So I took a look, and apparently there's like a really long history for the super generic smiley face that starts with corporate anxiety and ends with being like a Shadowrun style corporate entity. It's pretty fucked up.
Oh god.
So there's this dude who was like an apprentice sign painter. This was back when you could become apprentice and like have a job and like career pretty much given to you back in the past. Now we have to fight and hopefully find something we want, you know?
Yes.
It's like that one comic. Hey, are you going to go to the job fair? No, thanks, bro. I'm just going to sit here and wait for something amazing and life-changing to happen to me until I hit the age of 29. After that, I'm utterly fucked. So this dude named Harvey Ball was approached by a Massachusetts insurance company to come up with a design for little pins to help boost the morale of their employees during a large merger, which I read as half of these fuckers are getting laid off to make them smile or something. So the dude said it only took him, Harvey Ball said it only took him like 10 minutes to make. And I imagine it was like that scene from The Simpsons where it's like, we need an icon to keep them happy. Like some kind of simplified, happy, smiling face, but not so stupid. You know?
Yeah, basically.
So neither that dude or the insurance company like actually made a copyright for the smiley face. It was really, really popular. Like it was, it's a smiley face. It looks nice. 2 lines and like a smile or whatever the fuck. So in the early 70s, there were these 2 brothers, Bernard and Murray Spain, who owned a Hallmark greeting card company. Like, how you can own like stores? They didn't own the company. They just had like a single store. It was in Philadelphia. They saw the symbol and appropriated, aka just straight up stole it, and added "Have a happy day," and then copyrighted the combo and used it for all their bullshit. Eventually, a French newspaper called French Soir or Soiree, they actually copyrighted it, like because the brothers copyrighted the smiley face and the logo, but they just copyrighted just the smiley face. And they would use it in their good news of the day section.
It's just a smiley face, though. You can't copyright just a smiley face.
Yes, you can. What they did was, so they copyrighted it, and eventually they turned into the Smiley Company, which is like a fucking huge, straight-up mega corporation now. They licensed the icon, so just the smiley face, across almost every single thing they could. They have it licensed for stickers, for clothing, everything from stickers to bull semen.
What?
So eventually it was brought up like in court. Like Harvey Ball never really gave a shit that people were using the smiley because he already had like a job and a family. He was quoted as saying, "I can't drive 2 cars or live in 2 houses, so why would I need it?" He was like a pretty good dude. So someone like tried to sue the Smiley Corporation, and they deflected it by saying the smiley face is such a generic icon, anyone could have made it. Look at this cave painting. So now there's the Smiley Company, which their website is fucking awful. There's like 13 trademarks on the homepage with the words "an icon of counterculture mentality." Fucking straight up cyberpunk. Copywriting it's corporatized positivity. You can't use a smiley face in a workplace setting or they will try and sue you.
What a world. It's just a fucking smiley face.
So what happened with Walmart was the Smiley Company was based in Europe, right? And they kind of spread out like a fucking plague Inc. virus. And they were trying to sue Walmart for stealing the smiley face, which like I thought they literally just said it was generic enough that anyone could use it, but okay, whatever. I guess the courts don't care. So they settled out of court, but Walmart just stopped using a smiley face because they didn't want to fucking deal with it. They might have like agreed to not use it for so many years or something. There is one nice thing about the Smiley Company and the Smiley shit. Harvey Ball's son established the World Smile Charity Foundation, which uses the because there's like a specific things about a Harvey Ball smile because the dude just shat it out in 10 minutes. So like, yeah, there's like a few weird imperfections about it. But his son established the World Smile Foundation, which gives donations specifically to underfunded and neglected charity efforts across the world with the main intent to better the world for future generations. So that's the smiley face.
Corporate bullshit. Got it.
Corporatized positivity, which is fucking horrifying. It's like how Subway, no one but me seems to think this is like as Shadowrun or as funny as it is to me. Subway has like their customer like comments and questions bullshit, and it says, "We listen, we care," and then there's a fucking trademark symbol next to it.
Oh, I mean, that. Everyone knows that we literally live in Deus Ex. The question is, oh well, I mean, you saw what happens in China right now, right? That I keep making fun of? Yeah, social credit. We're all gonna die, Tad. This is awful, because that's coming here. You know, every company is just going, rubbing their hands, waiting for social credit to get over here so they can literally control everything. Because you know how it works, right?
I know that, like, you can get deals by having good social credit by conforming to what the government wants you to do.
Yes.
I know that cheating in an online game is as bad as, like, defrauding a bank or something.
So, okay, here's how social credit works. And this is the scary thing about it. I looked more into it. So, social credit is run by a separate company, which is in Chinese. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's why it's crazy. So, it's owned by a private company that handles your credit. And that was it. It was as simple as that. But they expanded their idea of social credit of, hey, not only we get credit for your like credit cards, but you have social credit based on like who you are as a person. And they are not owned by the government, but the government should, any government should stop a privatized corporation from having like so much power, right? But what if they just make a deal with the government and say, hey, if they say good things about you, we'll give them some credit, and if they say bad things about you, we'll take it away. And the government's just like, okay, sure, by all means, go nuts. So there you go. And literally that's it. So is it Alibaba? I want to say it's Alibaba that runs it. It's either run by Alibaba or it's run by a company that Alibaba owns, if I recall correctly.
Because Alibaba is like a big. I've heard the name like the news channel Alibaba and like the newspaper.
Yeah, Alibaba's it's like Amazon, but for like China. It's big. It's actually bigger than like Amazon shit. But this company basically just runs everything there. And the reason it's so scary is because it's basically forcing you to conform in a specific way or you're going to get fucked. And also, this is the issue with this is like okay, you know how there's late stage capitalism? This is late stage communism. Where it's also that the rich get richer and the poor get poor, because one of the things that can negatively impact your social credit is being a minority. You can lose 5%. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot of your fucking credit. And here's the thing, you might think like, wow, that's fucked up. It's China. They don't care. China is like the most racist country ever. Like, literally, they tell them they're racist and look at them like not even give a shit when they look at you. They won't even look at you in the eye. Like, they don't care. But like being a minority, being poor, having the wrong opinion on things, cheating in online games, saying bad things about the company, not visiting your aging parents regularly, which is a very oddly specific one. Like, doing all of these things, some of which you literally cannot help, like being poor and or not Chinese, will just make you get fucked. But also, it affects your friends too. So, if you hang out with a minority, Tad, you will lose social credit.
Jesus criminy Christ.
That's the fucked up part. You can't associate with poor people. And like, hey, my friend didn't like the movie Black Panther. Bam! There goes 5% of your social credit, bitch. like Ted, you wanted to go watch that old fucking video where, hey guys, white's a fag. Bam! There goes 10% of your social credit. You fucking,
Bros,
no. What's that? You at one point watched a PewDiePie video and he just dropped an N-word? Bam! There goes 20%! You will get fucked. Meanwhile, the rich people who are already at top...
You don't want to eat deep fried ants? Minus 75%.
No, Ted, you know that fucking guy from Mulan who has the little checkboard? Who has a little, like, clipboard where he's, like, checking things off? Literally, like, that is China. They're just watching everything you do, saying, oh, what's that? You littered? Yeah, I think we're gonna lose a little credit for that. Oh, what's that? You thought that minority was at equal status as you? Yeah, I think you're gonna get a little poorer today. Fucking, I know I'm harping on that because it's really funny, and it's really fucked up, but also kind of funny. Because what's happening is a lot of companies in America are looking towards that, and they really want that. Namely, the big guys like Facebook and Amazon and all that shit, they love the idea of literally having all of the power. They love the idea because they already have all your information, and if they can have a credit system, they can have money, like, say, Facebook making its own currency. Who can stop them? You didn't know that? Yeah, I forget what it's fucking called. Shit. It's Libra. That's it. They're making their own
Facebook Fun Bucks.
They're making their own cryptocurrency. And they want to expand and the idea of having a credit system because China's thing is super cool. And that's really fucking scary because all the Chinese social credit system does, all communism does is make everyone kind of segregated into the spots they already are, but harder. Like the people who are already in the higher class are gonna stay in the higher class, and people who are in the lower class are gonna just stay even lower. I mean, when you have penalties such as being poor and or not Chinese, that pretty much means that you will literally never get out, because no matter how hard you work at, say, where do you work at say you work at a fucking deli, I don't know, just a hypothetical place. You work at a fucking deli, no matter how hard you work, you can only have like a set amount of income there, right? You're never getting out of there unless something spontaneous happens, like you can fucking rob a fucking bank. Your social credit score is gonna state that you're the deli guy, you're Mr. Deli. Like, you're fucked now. And also, if you happen to be, let's say in China's case, they really hate Muslims, Islamic people, you're fucked. You are just, they're called, Uyghurs. No, not spelled like you think they are. It's like W-H-U-G-E-R. Uyghur. No.
Did you get this from the National Slur Database website?
No, it is not, there's no I in there. It is not how you think it is spelled.
Remember, there's no I in Uyghur.
It is not what you think, but it is their term for like these Islamic people over in like way in like Western China. Because China's fucking huge, right? And like, because like the Middle East is part of Asia. Like they're close together. So like, I think the Mongolians were actually like Islamic. I think like Islam has traveled like way up there. But anyway, so like, they have all of them, and they straight up shove them in internment camps, dude. And
Jesus.
they straight up shove them in internment camps, and they force them to, let's see, what was it? To teach them to act like more model Chinese citizens, and they are heavily they are incentivized and rewarded for ratting out their neighbors for un-Chinese-like behavior. Now, Tad, China is literally a dystopia. China is Deus Ex, for real. And that's gonna come here eventually, and we're all gonna get fucked over. Because already when people talk about it, you hear the news talk about that ever in a negative way? Of course you don't, because China's a really, really, really big market. So you want to talk nice about China so you can make a lot of money. And so they'll be okay with this.
I've heard many people talking about the many official sources saying the Chinese social credit system is bad.
Hopefully there's
more. The
more.
flow of money might change that. Might change that frown into an up. Hold on. Make that frown upside down. There we go. I'm sorry, yes. Alex. That was not proper American behavior from me. Please don't take away my social credit. No!
Ting, 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 ting. Oh, what's that, Ted? You don't play Overwatch, the approved social credit game? Tick! There's negative 100 social credit score.
Now, here's the thing, Alex. Here's the thing I want to close the episode on. What would the American social credit system be?
Okay.
So number one. Okay, I'm going to start from the highest American thing you can get. Plus 90 points, eating a hamburger.
I was going to say, well, it's America, and the people who like this are all a bunch of liberal cocks. So,
Bros, he said the word!
I said the word! So let's see. If you are white, negative 10 points.
Because Alex, we gotta be fun with it.
So like, okay. Oh, don't be real. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I was being too true.
Alex, too true. That's your radio name.
Wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Negative 200 points. Whatever gets you socially ostracized on Twitter would make you lose points. So, trying to have fun with stupid jokes. Let's see. Hey guys, list of racial slurs website. Negative 200 points.
Blowing a finger off by holding an M80 for slightly too long. Plus 15 points. That's American.
Wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Plus 10 points. And as long as there's a lot of Republicans in office.
It changes. The Make America Great one either goes up or it goes down, depending on who you're around. You gotta have a variety of hats. You gotta have one that says Feel the Burn. And then underneath that, you gotta have a MAGA hat. And underneath that, you gotta have a Happy New Year 2008 hat.
Oh, you have to go... You have to go see the Twitter-approved movies, such as
you have to go see Black
and Joker. You have to see Black Panther and Black Panther 2. You cannot. You have to see Captain Marvel. You have to see that.
You have to. If minus 35 points. When he saw Captain Marvel, he did not stand and clap.
You have to.
Clapping at the end of movies is mandatory as an American.
You have to. You
not
see a social gathering.
Not clapping when the airplane lands. Minus 15 points.
You have to go to a social gathering and bring a gun.
Guaranteed.
That's
went to a social gathering without an AR-15. Minus 35 points.
You have to
went shopping at Kroger without carrying a handgun or a large hunting knife.
You have to
75.
Grow your beard out. Style your hair upwards, put on some glasses, and be overly excited for corporate shill products.
Being overly excited for a Nintendo Switch.
You have to get a big nose, no beard, have a receding hairline, glasses, 2 pimples on the left side of your cheek, and have an AR-15 and just hate women so much. You have to... I wish I had that picture still of Welcome to America, choose your faction.
Oh yeah, and it's got the guy with the I'm a forklift operator. Sorry if my words offend you, because I change for nobody. And then there's like incels, and then there's like a guy with a man bun.
Yeah, you have 3 types of people in America: boomers, incels, and shills. That's it. Those are the only 3 people that exist in this country.
Well, never thought I'd be fighting side by side with a boomer.
How about fighting alongside a friend? Yeah,
we both pop our sips. So that's pretty fun. What a fun way to end the day, Alex.
We're all gonna get fucked over. I hope to God you aren't a minority in a couple of years when the social credit system hits.
Yikes. So that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for sending in questions. This is a pretty fun one. As opposed to all the other ones that are awful.
What was the actual question, Ted? I don't think we answered it.
It was the Walmart smiley face one, and then we just went on to our social credits.
Okay, good.
My credit score is like 3, so I don't think my social credit's going to be very good.
Nice.
So you can send questions to, you can post them on the YouTube videos, that Alex sees those more often, or you can send them to me directly at the podcast email, which is letmetellyyouabout@gmail.com. That is let me tell you about with 3 T's, because otherwise it would not fit. I keep pointing at my microphone and I can't stop. I know that there's no one there, but I just keep doing it.
Oh, dude, I talk with my hands all the time. So we should do that. We should actually upgrade our podcast and get webcams like a bunch of other podcasts do. And actually,
I'm literally in my underwear right now, so I
put on pants, like dress up for the fucking thing, Ted. But other podcasts do that. Hey, Ted, I showed you that podcast that had 100,000 viewers, and they had cameras. Fucking Mega 64 podcast.
Oh yeah, Alex, but consider this. Were they wearing pants? Could you tell if they were wearing pants? I will only do a live podcast if I will put on a shirt. And that is it. I literally never record a podcast while wearing pants. Even when I did Best Boys with Joe.
Then point it upwards, dummy, or get a feet cam or something. I'm sure fans would love to see your feet. Oh, there's the boomer just on time.
Feet cam. Anyway, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play. You can find us on Twitter. Let me tell you, PD. There's a Discord in our description. Pledge to the Patreon to get that hashtag feet cam. Yeah, send us in more questions. They're really fun. Hopefully sometime soon. I have an idea for like an intro music thing that I'll probably put in there, but we'll see when that actually happens.
And wait, before you all go, make sure you like it and ring that fucking bell button, because it really helps the channel grow. You want your good show social credit score, don't you? Ringing the bell will give you 20 points.
All right, goodbye.
I hate you too.